Welcome to this thrilling and hysterical tale. What are the Boers? They are the white immigrant descendants of South Africa. The Boers are not too kind to the local Africans than those pesky Brits. Poor little Parker, with a bit of British blood, often faced some warm welcome. The boy could only endure friendliness and keep promises, like in a ninja game. He thought he could reunite with his mum after her recovery, but got a bigger party instead. The tiny pit, just as the spare's backdrop. Little Parker realized he was an orphan, his only kin, Grandpa, in Congo. His next choice felt like a game level change. Reluctantly and painfully, he returned to boarding school, thinking about those welcoming classmates. His mood was like a roller coaster. Seeing this, the nurse quickly called in a famous wizard. After a mysterious ritual, the wizard gifted Parker a rooster, claiming it would bring him courage and good fortune, pure magic. This rooster seemed to have real magic, helping Parker reduce the midnight pranks at boarding school. Times L, however, such days didn't last. WW2 barged in like a mischievous kid. The battlefield was mainly in Europe, but South Africa got pulled in too, with Hitler vowing to take everything down, straight out of a movie plot. This was undoubtedly a catastrophic reality show for the Brits and little Parker. However, the Boers thought it was a rare opportunity, so those helpful big boys started to stir up trouble again. They acted like movie villains, capturing poor Parker and smearing his blood as trophy on arms. They were so furious, they even took out Parker's rooster. Talk about a huge provocation. Angry Parker decided to fight back, but ended up tied up like a gag in a villain's comedy. Luckily, the principal showed up just in time, swooping in like a superhero to save Parker from this chaotic. It seems the world abandoned Parker, like he's facing Gus in a teacup. But shortly after the boarding school incident, Grandpa returned from Congo to South Africa, truly a savior. Even though they were like total rookies, Parker finally escaped his previous gladiator life. His life was still lonely, with scarce friends, and the only one to chat with was Grandpa's German-accented old Doc. This quirky composer adored playing the piano and collecting cacti, cute as a playful old child. From that day on, Doc became Parker's teacher and their classroom. The vast African savannah. The books were various migratory animals, with knowledge flying into Parker's mind in all sorts of fun ways. As time passed, the lonely little birds in his heart slowly took off vanishing. But just as Parker was lost in learning, British officers barged in like uninvited guests. They claimed Doc hadn't registered as a resident, wanting to cut him off to prison, a plot twist that would outdo any drama. Believing in peace, Doc chose to wait it out in prison, as if playing in an experimental drama. The prison warden was quite the admirer of Doc's artistic vibe, giving him special treatment like a music manager. This included sending Doc's piano and cacti with him to prison. Quite an extraordinary perk. One day, after Parker finished his test, Doc felt the scores didn't quite match up. Subtitles. He believed little Parker could do even better, akin to having expectations for a great chef. Parker thought 2 good scores might attract jealousy and beatdowns, so Doc dragged him to the boxing ring. Boxing matches were common in prison, just to drain the inmates' energy for a Star Wars-like atmosphere. So from that day on, 55-year-old boxer Pete became another of Parker's teachers, an unexpected gem. Pete had a saying, "Use your brain, and you can uncover the secrets of wisdom," sounding like a true philosopher. As time went by, Parker grew up while finding balance between playing the piano and practicing boxing. Though he never fought outside, he eagerly awaited the end of WW2, like looking forward to Christmas. Subtitles, however, Pete's life in prison was far from easy. His identity as a black person frequently subjected him to harassment, truly making him a tragic figure. Even though Doc wanted to help out, the guards' bad behavior towards blacks kept playing out like a hostile action. He wanted to find a chance to change the situation when the warden hinted the district head is coming to. The warden thought of organising a musical welcome party, and Doc was clearly the best fit. It was tailor-made for him. Tucker took on the lyrics like he was writing an activist anthem for the inmates. Despite a few hiccups, thanks to Tucker's determination, the concert finally dazzled in front of the district head. Tucker displayed excellent conducting skills, uniting the prisoners of different tribes, truly a bridge of music. Africans are born musicians. Their voices resonate like the soul of Africa, utterly intoxicating. The concert was in full swing, but Pete was still absent, raising concerns. Turns out he was stopped by the guard, who bullied him, the scene playing out like a thriller. Guards realized the lyrics by the blacks were no joke and planned to deliver tough love as the concert hit its peak. When Parker realized, he found Pete lying on the ground, sending chills down his spine. He knew he was about to lose his friend and desperately tried to hold onto Pete, dangling by a thread, but ultimately he couldn't keep him.